What are the three parts of introduction? Hook kaadu, hook. Hey. Hook, background, thesis statement. Parvale, no problem. The sequencing can be. Acha. Yes, kitab band karo. What all can be written as a hook? कौन बताएगा? योगेश. Quote, a question, contradiction can be written as a hook. Any other thing? A story, fact, or a definition can be written as a hook. Acha. Another question. Is hook definitely important? No, sir. Agar is hook definitely important? Acha, what is the purpose of hook? To catch the attention of the invigilator or examiner, right? By making some statements there. Okay? So as I told you, hook, see, generally it is not that it is not important, it is important, right? See, why? Because understand, examiner is doing a monotonous job. Mana rasedi shot martam. Vadiki elago bore kodutadi. So kanisam some entertainment we have to keep living there. So he will get entertained by your quotes at times, maybe by your story, entertainment story. So you have to give him some entertainment to laugh also. Okay? Acha, one who can joke on himself and laugh. Indura, I can do that. We can joke on ourselves and laugh. Somebody asked me a question through WhatsApp. Can I write a movie line or statement in a hook? Can I write? Right? Yes, you can write, provided it is in the brackets of decency, the vocabulary, the language and the context is okay. Today I will give you a list. Story lo emem undali. I will give you a complete list. Just make a note of it. Okay? Okay. How do we migrate from hook to background? Did I speak on this? No, I haven't spoken on this. So background is left. So I jumped directly from hook to thesis statement. Okay, good. So there is a purpose why I left the background in the middle. Okay. What all can be written in the background? Gurtunda emanna? Led. Okay, we haven't covered the background as yet. Yesterday I gave you a essay ka topic. I asked you to try to write something. Oh, okay, hook, okay, quote. Anybody tried? Anuradha. What was the topic? Strive to live in deeds, not in years. Okay. अच्छा, इसका contradiction क्या हो सकता है? Yesterday we spoke about it. अच्छा, just a food for thought. The main essay that we were discussing was related to struggle and purpose. Struggle and purpose. I have taken this essay as example to talk all the dimensions of essay writing. So that was the essay that I have taken as an example to talk of all the dimensions, in which we covered hook and thesis statement. Background is pending. Am I clear? Are yes or no? Yes. I am clear, right? Now, is there a possibility in the pursuit of purpose? Listen to me carefully. Is there a possibility in pursuit of purpose we miss on the present? My question is simple. Is there a possibility that in pursuit of purpose we miss on the present? Tanmay. Yes, there is a possibility. Tanmay says there is a possibility that in pursuit of purpose, we may miss on the present. Now, if I make a statement related to this in the introduction, what does it mean? Does it mean contradiction? Think. In the introduction about purpose, when I am making a statement, can I make this statement in pursuit of purpose, we tend to miss on the present. Can this be my thesis statement? How many of you agree? Raise the hand. Okay. Now tell me, is it fully related with the essay topic? No. The reason why I wanted you to raise the hand is understand the thesis statement should fully or completely reinforce the message of the main topic. It cannot digress in any way. It means anything which tries to sideline the main theme, because here the main theme is about purpose, and for that purpose your capacity or ability to undergo any amount of pain. Yes or no? So if that is, maybe this is nothing but your topic. Akhila, you listened to my classes yesterday, 2 days classes. I had asked you to. They shared with you. You asked them. She will give. When she will give, she did not tell. Okay. You meet me after the class with that same lady. Okay. Okay. Even if you are not understanding, just try to be attentive. Don't worry. Okay. Now, anyone else attending the class for the first time? You are coming for the first time. What's your name? Surya. You're there yesterday? No, the one next to you. You are also not there. What's your name? Jayant. Jayant. Okay. Jayant and Surya. Okay, fine. If you are not understanding anything, because yesterday and day before class is there in the YouTube, you can go and watch. You will understand why I have written this how here. Okay. Now, when you said, I am only opening arguments, be with me. When you said, in the pursuit of purpose, we tend to miss on the present, why you did not count it in the how? People who did not raise their hand, I am asking them this question. Nitish, you told no, the thesis statement does not fit into the demand because you did not count the present as. All those who raised the hand, they counted probably, maybe a guess, probably they counted the present also as a how. Yes or no? If you count the present also as a how, then this becomes a perfect thesis statement for your essay's main topic supporting statement. Okay. Now, yesterday we said hook you can use one or a combination of maximum 2. The best way is quote supported by a story. That's what we said. Not the best, easier to write. Understand this. Easier to write. If the topic demands a sense of ability to critically examine a topic, then contradiction is a beautiful thing with the quote. Understand what I am trying to say. Generally, quote plus story rastaru, andaru rastaru. But what I am saying is, if the tone of the essay is trying to question something in the society, it is always good to have your hook a combination of quote and contradiction rather than quote and a story. With me? Yes or no? Say for example, the essay topic was related to something like the minorities in the country or the nature per se, environment per se. We are trying to spoil the environment for the sake of development, something like this. So in this case, the story may not fit into the demand of the essay well. So along with the quote, it is always suggested to use contradiction as a basic dimension to speak about in the hook. Okay? See, అట్లా చూడకండిరా భయం వేస్తుంది నాకు క్లాస్ తీసుకోవాలంటే నన్ను రానిరు అక్కడ దాకా, అన్నీ రాయిస్తా నీతో, అక్షరాభ్యాసం చేయిస్తా ఎగ్జామినేషన్ హాల్, డోంట్ వరీ. See, assuming this is the paper and I am just making assumption for you to better understand. Yesterday we spoke, for example, this is the area where the question is written. Generally essay का topic maximum one line ही रहता है, generally 99% one line का essay रहता है. If it is the first essay, you can, they will give you the essay paper and the other GS papers are little differently given. Listen to this carefully. The essay paper and the other GS papers are little differently given. Other GS papers, what they do is they give the question, leave 2 pages and third page where question will come. But when it comes to essay, on the front page all the essays would be there. So what you generally do, you leave the page where the questions have been written. From next page onwards, you will write your own essay that you have chosen to be your essay. You write the topic of the essay, then you start writing the essay. Okay. So I am assuming this is your question that you have written, and because this is the first page, this is the page of your introduction. This is the page of your introduction. And yesterday I told you, here we will start with a quote. You have written a quote, maybe 2 lines or 2.5 lines. At the end of the quote, you wrote the name of the author who has written that quote, right? Now, say you consumed 1/4 of the paper. Now 3/4 of the paper is left. I told you, generally you can take the support of a story to be written. And I told you that at the end of the story, where this is where your thesis statement is supposed to come. What is a thesis statement? Power. What is a thesis statement? Sahiti? What is a thesis statement? Karthik? It reinforces the main idea of the essay, not quote. Main idea of the essay is a thesis statement. But I have not told you yesterday, between the hook, the story and the quote are part of what? Your hook. But between your hook and the thesis statement, something will come which is known as the background. Understand this, very important. So when your background also comes, this thesis statement will shift to the next page. So don't worry about it. Okay? So the structure of the essay is, it started with a quote and the story that completed the hook. Then came the background. We will talk about background in today's class. Then after the background comes something called as the thesis statement. So the purpose of today's class is to understand what is this background that is coming between the hook and the thesis statement. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of the word background? Simple English. Sir, meek simple emo, maak kaadu sir. What is the meaning of the word background? Re word background bondra. Agamma, nu mundelaku. We'll talk. What is the English meaning of the word background? Why are you taking only timeline as a reflective indication for giving a background? Okay, context. Okay, she is talking about some context which I don't know. We'll ask her after some time. Question. మీరు నిన్న రాసుకుంది చదివి చెప్పడం కాదు, నేను అడుగుతున్న బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి అని. in the introduction, if you are writing something, it should be foreground, no? Why background is my question. అర్థమైందా? బోల్ సేమ్ డౌట్ యూ హ్యాడ్. లేదు చెప్పు. సేఫెస్ట్ ఆన్సర్ సార్, నాకు కూడా అదే డౌట్ వచ్చింది సార్. క్యారే अच्छा ओके, I'll do that. Monica, stop laughing. Acha, suno. When I said introduction means first time you are trying to bring out something. If you are trying to write something in introduction, you generally should use the word foreground or forward and not background or backward, right? So my question is, what is background doing in introduction? Giving okay, she says that in this context, she is not giving the meaning of the word background, but she says that in this context the role of background is only to give the outline of the essay, and the detailing related to this essay can be done in the main body. Okay, it means that, listen, it means that as per her, if I consider this as the right statement, background will give an outline and the detailing will be done in the main body of the essay. It means that outline and detailing have to be in sync with each other. Or can I also make a statement, detailing is nothing but the extension of outline? अरे समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? It means in some way this is the heart of your essay. Yes. एक और बात, can there be a possibility that there is a contradiction between the two? हाँ सर, इतना बड़ा बड़ा सवाल मत पूछा करो, जितना जितना हम बोल सकते हैं उतना उतना पूछा करो. हाँ मोनिका, can there be a contradiction? I am saying the background, when she said it is outline and I said the detailing will be done in the main body, it means that detailing or the main body is nothing but an extension of the outline or the extension of the background. So my question is, can there be a possibility or a situation or a scenario that there is a contradiction between outline and detail? Nitish, Yogeshwar, Seshu. It can be.
Initially you support your background.
Initially I support my background.
Like
एक second. This background, listen, is it reinforcing the topic of the essay? Yes, the background is basically reinforcing the topic of the essay. Okay, now in this scenario you tell me, I told you the thesis statement is also reinforcing the idea or the essence of your topic. The story is also reinforcing the idea. The quote is also reinforcing the idea. Now when every other things are reinforcing the main topic, can there be a contradiction between the outline and the detailing? अब समझ में आया क्वेश्चन? हाँ बोलो पूजिता. I told you, you cannot question the question itself. कल बोला ना, there was a line, I do not question the question itself.
We want to prove that statement is correct, then we can write contradiction.
Which statement to be correct? Then how can it be contradiction? If you are proving the statement,
Initially in the background,
hmm.
we
దెన్ కాంట్రడిక్షన్ ఎక్కడ వచ్చిందిరా?
ఫోర్త్ కరెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు ఫోర్త్ కరెక్ట్ అని ప్రూవ్ చేయడానికి ఫస్ట్ కాంట్రడిక్షన్ రాసి ఆ తర్వాత డీటెయిలింగ్.
So you are telling in place of story you are writing contradiction. That's what you are saying. Okay. Yesterday I also made a statement. When you are contradicting, it does not mean you are trying to question the question. ఇది కూడా చెప్పాను. Strive to live in deeds but not in years. I made a contradictory statement. While it is easy to say that to strive to live in deeds not in years, but one fails to understand or comprehend that it takes time to understand the importance of deeds. It means the time factor in years is already there. So, but am I questioning the question itself? No. But I am saying before I understand the value of deeds, I may take some time. I may take some time. So, definitely I am trying to in some way oppose the statement in the literal sense. But gradually you will see in the detailing, I will support the original topic or the statement. कितनों के ऊपर से गया? Very good. See, essay is a philosophical essay is a difficult art. Try to understand. When I am saying in this statement, strive to live in deeds. Strive to live in deeds. This was another essay that we discussed yesterday, and not in years. This was the essay topic. But understand, what does this deed mean to you? Your actions, your efforts. Yes, your actions, your efforts, your purpose, your goal, whatever goal. Can I use one word? Intent. Can I use the word intent? Impact is the result. Impact is the result. I am talking about action here. Deed is a action. It is an action oriented word. Okay? We are not talking about the impact of the deed. When you are talking about strive to live in deeds not in years, it is understood that you are striving to make a positive impact. Yes? Now when I am talking all these things, tell me, do I need a little amount of maturity to do this? Do I need or not? I need a little amount of maturity, and we all know maturity comes with age. Age is nothing but a reflection of time. So what I did, I contradicted, but did I contradict this? No. If I did not oppose this, I just contradicted the factor of time, that's all. I did not contradicted the main idea of the essay. If I say there is nothing like deeds, you should amass wealth. There is nothing like deed, you should make wealth, make yourself rich, enjoy all the pleasures of life. If I write anything related to Charvaka philosophy, which believes in pleasure, seeking pleasure, then I am opposing the main idea of the essay. Here what I am doing is, I am not opposing the main idea, I am only opposing one factor of the idea, that's all, not the entire essay. So that amounts to contradiction, not opposing as such. Are you समझ में आया difference? So do not question the question itself. If you do that, he will not read it, believe me. He says, I did not ask you to question the question, I only tried to ask you to write something about this. See, don't think UPSC will randomly pick some quotes and put in the paper. Come out of that notion. They put in lot of brain in framing that essay ka one line, because if you see closely, your essay paper is also a reflection of society. Yes. Now knowingly or unknowingly, he is trying to know your opinion of what is happening in the society. Through the lens of your opinion, he wants to take a decision, do you fit into that administrative role or not? Understand? So that's why I am saying, do not question the question itself. Okay? Chalo. With me so far, some points I wanted you to write of yesterday's this thing. रे न्यूट्रा बोल. Come again. Yes, you can write, not writing. Can write. Yes, it will. टाइम नहीं है इतना, जगह किधर है? No, no, that's what I am saying. I did not give a complete negative connotation here. समझ मेरी बात को. When listen to me. पहले मेरी बात को. Just listen to me. What is the intention of raising a contradiction in this case? What is the intention of raising a contradiction? The intention is to tell him that I am mature enough to understand that it will take time for me to understand the value of this, or my capacity to contribute positively towards this. Though I may be contradicting in the essay, but actually I am trying to make an impression to the examiner, I know better than the others. वो बहुत पढ़ा लिखा है, वो गधा नहीं है. He understands. If you have contradicted the approach of your thought, उससे उसको पता लग जाएगा कि ये फालतू में contradict कर रहा है, और is he actually trying to put a message across or raise a point? Understand this? Our it depends on your background. We are coming to that. I will tell you, if you have not contradicted, how should be the background? If you have contradicted, how should be the background? I will use a connector to both. I'll use a word, technical word, I have used word connector. I'll use a connector to make a connection, and then I'll create a background. రాయొచ్చు, లాస్ట్ లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు, స్టార్టింగ్ లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు, మిడిల్ లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు, లాస్ట్ లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు, ఓన్లీ లాస్ట్ లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు, ఓన్లీ మిడిల్ లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు, ఆర్ విష్. బట్ డూ నాట్ ఫిల్ యువర్ ఎస్సేస్ విత్ ఎస్సే విత్ కోట్స్. అంటే ప్రతి 4 లైన్కి ఒక కోట్ అలా ఉండకుండా maximum 1 or 2. Either start with a quote, start and end with a quote, or if you don't want to end with a quote, just try to bring some good quote in the middle. Again I told you, the collection of quote should not be Google quote, no. Along with the quote, you have to make a book list or make a data of your context where you will use that quote. That will make your essay enriched. Understand that? Hasesh. Need not be explained, not should not be, need not be explained.
When it comes to contradiction, are we supposed to explain here, sir?
समझा नहीं?
Introduction itself, are we supposed to explain why we are bringing this contradiction?
Which I did not get your question.
Like we have contradictory statements.
Yes.
So the contradictory statement should be explained in the introduction itself or in the body.
हम contradiction introduction की बात कर रहे हैं ना, just below the quote.
Should we explain the contradiction? How, what will be a contradiction?
हाँ, I did that too. That's what I did, no? All this, a deed can mean any of this, but one fails to comprehend the time that is required to develop such maturity. It is, see, अच्छा एक simple, strive to live in deeds, not in years. Is this quote applicable to anybody who is less than 20 years of age? तुमने outrightly reject कर दिया ना. इसका मतलब you gave some timeline for to understand. See, deed is what? An action. See, you are a child, you saw somebody drowning in the river, in the nearby river, and you know swimming, you saved that child. In that scenario, will this time factor work for this deed? No, because despite being a child and I know a very different situation, he responded with a positive deed. Maybe the water current of the river is very fast. Even though he knew swimming, he could have also drowned. Yes or no? So he negated the challenge to his own what you call life and then jumped into the river with the sole intention of, I gave you the example of Adolf Hitler. Someone saved Adolf Hitler when he was about to die, 3 years or 4 years age in the river. Ab batao, what is the deed? साला मर नहीं देना था उसको, किसको पता वो बड़ा होके हिटलर बनेगा, समझ रहे हो? Because you have to value that deed based on that time factor at that moment, at that particular moment. The same example, your Jaish-e-Mohammed 1999 IC 814 hijack, no? Maulana Masood Azhar, we only left him. When he left him, he went happily in the exchange of what you call refugees. He established the most, even today the most dreaded terror organization and carried out attacks on India. But can you tell that it was a wrong deed? Because at that point of time, saving the life of people in the aircraft IC 814 was primal importance. Understand? Situation analysis, contradict. Okay? Understand this. First you write this, then we will see. This was the essay that we were discussing since yesterday, right? He who has a why to live for can undergo or can bear almost any how. Okay? This essay you will not forget for your life. Agamma. Please write these points. Whenever you are writing a quote, what all points you need to keep in mind. Okay? This is only indicative. It could be much more beyond this. But I just listed out what all came to my mind for your benefit. These are the points that you need to keep in mind when you try to write a quote. Very, very important. I sincerely suggest the students who have not attended yesterday and day before's class, go back to YouTube and listen, because it will bring that wholesomeness in the understanding. Okay? Surya, and that's what I am saying. When you make a list of your quotes, do not make only the list of quotes, make a combination of context with the quote. Then you will be able to write. Ha, Chapra. Is some breather, no? ఇవన్నీ అయిన తర్వాత అవసరం లేదురా బాబు పాయింట్. I never wrote a quote, believe me, I never wrote a quote. I did not do that hard work of writing. But I made lot of statements, my own personal statements. Will get you good marks. Even when you are trying to question something. So these are the points that you should keep in mind when you question something. Okay. So the first point, as I deliberated yesterday and now also, don't question the topic or the question itself. Okay. And very important, use it as an extension of your thought. The question, very, very important. Use it as the extension of your thought. Yesterday, in that definition, if you remember, koi baat nahi, take time. In that question of struggle and what you call purpose, you all said why one undergoes struggle is the best question out of all the questions. Yes or no? कल हमने बात किया था ना question में. You all agreed that probably this is the best question to ask. If at all you want to play with question as part of your hook. Question as part of your hook along with the quote. Now, when you write this question, will you just write the question and leave it? No. You will try to do some extension. Use it as an extension of your thought. Use it as an extension of your thought. Avoid controversy again. Maintain the philosophical angle in questioning. This is very important. Because it is a philosophical essay, you have to maintain the philosophical angle in the questioning. That's what we did yesterday. Why one undergoes स्ट्रगल. इसके 3 वर्ड, नॉलेज, रियलिटी, एग्जिस्टेंस, उसमें आंसर मिल जाएगा. 3 वर्ड्स विच डिफाइन फिलॉसफी, नॉलेज, रियलिटी एंड एग्जिस्टेंस. ठीक है. नाउ नेक्स्ट, showcase depth in questioning. See, understand, do you see some depth in this when I use this, or is it a state question just for the sake of it? Now what is the depth here? Anybody? What is the depth here? What is the depth in this question? When I say why one undergoes struggle, what is the depth?
Situations of the struggle.
The
Situations of the struggle.
okay, one could be situations of a person. Why? Let me see. Come on. You had put a status yes couple of days before. Read that status. Take it out. Yes. Brian. Choice. Status of Brian. Whatever, yeah, status. Please read it slowly.
The capacity to learn is a gift.
See, the capacity to learn is a gift. That's what he says, is a gift. Okay.
The ability to learn is a skill.
The ability to learn is a skill.
The willingness to learn is a choice.
Good. The willingness to learn is a choice. Which is greatest? Which is innate? Innate means by birth, maybe. The capacity and maybe to some extent ability also. But is not willingness innate? It is. It can be. It can be worked upon to improve. But working upon to improve is very important criteria. It means there is some contribution that is coming as a result of choice. It is basically the desire to do something that makes you undergo. You know the journey of UPSC is not that easy. సార్ ముఖం అప్పుడప్పుడు చూడాలి, అశోక్ నగర్లో ఉండాలి, ఆ గాలి పీల్చాలి, ఆ ఫుడ్ తినాలి, హాస్పిటల్ పోవాలి, డబ్బులు కట్టాలి, మళ్ళీ తిరిగి రావాలి. Is it not struggle? It is struggle. But why are you undergoing that struggle? Primarily because of desire. If your question why one undergoes struggle hovers around the idea, philosophical idea of desire, then definitely you can make a very good impression on him when you can showcase the depth in your understanding of the topic. Come back. Come back. Okay? Showcase the depth in your questioning. Why? Because you are able to read which is not written on the wall. Nothing is written in the question. Topic में struggle word था क्या कहीं? नहीं था. You found struggle. Topic में purpose word था क्या? You found purpose. And not only you found those words, you are finding the reason why you are ready to do it. So definitely it showcases the depth in the ability to question on anything. Okay? If you write on those lines, what beautiful expression will come out. Again, my favorite, not compulsory, but the essay paper is angel. रुपया समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, write about the fact. Fact, I told you yesterday, because this is not a GS essay, it is a philosophical essay. Nowadays UPSC is not asking GS essay, so we cannot use fact majorly. So we need to use fact only to support our opinion, which is philosophical in nature. Please make note. क्या क्या होना चाहिए फैक्ट में, प्लीज राइट. What all should you keep in mind when you use fact in the introduction, right? Today I leave you guys at 8:30. వాడు ఆనందం తట్టుకోలేకపోతున్నాడు. ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ అయిందిరా క్లాసు, 10 నిమిషాలు లేట్. అది కూడా కష్టంరా యూపీఎస్సీలోని. యూ విల్ స్ట్రగల్ ఇఫ్ యూ పాస్. శేషు, कम अगेन. क्या बोल रहा है? कल क्लास होगा, क्यों नहीं होगा? अच्छा, परसों एग्जाम है इसलिए कल क्लास को नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा. कल बराबर क्लास. हाँ, అస్సలు ఆగరా ఆగరా ఆగరా, అరే ఆగమన్నానా? अच्छा, again listen. In the hierarchy of choices in the hook, quote, story, contradiction, question will come first. Try to keep fact and definition to the last. Okay? Try to keep fact, definition is definitely last. Just before definition should be fact. Okay? That's the idea. Understand this. Sequencing is also very important. Okay? I forgot to write not compulsory. Okay? But you write not compulsory. Or best, right? Try to avoid this in the expression of hook. Okay? What is this opinionated fact? What is this opinionated fact? Not a pure fact. You attach your opinion to the fact. Okay? Can anybody give an example? Can I give an example of Mary Kom? Can I give an example of Mary Kom? Yes or no? But here I will not dwell much about her achievements. Okay, so many world titles, so many World Cups. No. I will try to dwell more upon her struggle to go reach there. Her struggle to reach there. This is very important. Understand this. Okay? Support the fact with evidence, maybe a report name, institution name, or the author's name, etc. Okay? And lastly, don't forget to elaborate a little. You have to elaborate the fact a little. Now, remember, I am not trying to confuse you, but try to be with me. Okay? There is no quote on top, nothing came to your mind, but a good fact came to your mind. Can you start with that? But good fact, understand this, it can make a good impression on the examiner. A good fact came to your mind. Any example? Same topic. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. That topic, not our major topic. Any good fact? నువ్వు నేను క్వశ్చన్ అడిగినప్పుడు నువ్వు క్వశ్చన్ అడగకూడదు, ఆన్సర్ ఇవ్వాలి. చెప్పు.
అంటే ఎవ్రీవన్ మెకానికల్ లైట్ లో పడిపోయి పేరెంట్స్ ని రిలేషన్స్ ఎమోషన్స్ ఇవ్వకుండా
ఓకే 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 ఏమైపోయినాయి?
ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ హోమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, మనకు ఫ్రీడమ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మన కంట్రీలో ఎన్ని ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ హోమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, రైట్ నో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయో చూసుకుంటే
పాపులేషన్ కూడా పెరిగింది కదలేరా, ఎందుకు ఊరికే మా వాళ్ళ మీద ఏడుస్తున్నావు అనుకోవచ్చు. మరి ఎక్కడ కంటెక్స్ట్, వేర్ ఇస్ ఇట్ ఫిట్టింగ్ ఇన్ టు ద కంటెక్స్ట్? కంటెక్స్ట్లో ఎక్కడ ఫిట్ అవుతుంది అనేది నా క్వశ్చన్. నువ్వు స్టార్టింగే ఓల్డేజ్ హోమ్స్ ఎక్కువైపోయినాను రాసి ఎట్లా? ఐఎమ్ ఒరే నేను అదే అడుగుతున్నా. కోట్ లేదు. యూ హ్యావ్ అ గుడ్ ఫ్యాక్ట్ టు స్టార్ట్ యువర్ ఎస్సే. ది ఎస్సే టాపిక్ ఈస్ స్ట్రైవ్ టు లివ్ ఇన్ డేట్స్ నాట్ ఇన్ ఇయర్స్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ ఫ్యాక్ట్? ఏంటమ్మా? Decline of working population. Your fact has to be very clear. Decline in decline in the labor force rate. కాదమ్మా, ఇంక్రీజ్ ఉందిగా. You are talking about Japan. వీసా ఉందా? వెళ్ళిపోయావు. చెప్పు చెప్పు. లేడీస్ ఫస్ట్. Give me the fact. Give me the fact. చెప్పు, ఏం రాయాలనుకున్నావు? I am not denying his contribution. You tell me the deed. Adi snacks. Okay, ఇంకా అంతేనా? Again I am telling you why I asked this question is, if you want to start your essay with a fact, that fact ka try to bring a philosophical dimension to that fact. At the end of the day it is a, from the philosophical essay perspective, a person who spoke about philosophy of life encompassing many things, Shankaracharya, Mother Teresa, though she lived her life initially, but when it comes to Shankaracharya, who died at the age of 32 if I am right, who died at the age of 32 if I am right. So just imagine a person who died at 32, people are still trying to understand what that guy told. The entire philosophy books are revolving around his teachings. It means the fact that the understanding of this, again, what is the philosophy talking about? The right knowledge, the right reality and the right existence. So if you want to use that fact without a quote, that fact should be apt and you should be able to elaborate upon it. Elaborate upon it. Uma. One second. There was a word, no, closely. The topic should be closely, whatever you write should be closely linked to the main topic. So how do you bring that close connect?
Compared to other countries, we have taken less time to achieve the.
This should come. They should come. Not only this. There was an impression that before 1947 that there was no democracy in India. There was an impression that democracy to India is a British gift. Yes or no? Yes or no? That's the reason why your preamble starts, we the people of India give it to, you have not given. That's understand, every word in your constitution has a meaning and a purpose. The idea was to tell to the world that India as a country chose to be democratic and not British who forced us to be democratic. That's the reason why we have written, we the people of India give it to ourselves. And we have proved a point in the last 7, see, in the timeline of a country, 75 years is a very less time. Understand this. And if you use the fact of Chandrayaan 3, if you use the fact of any achievement that India has done, being nuclear on its own. Believe me, India became nuclear in 74, first time, 74. What started in the late 40s, and 74 we were without any external assistance. It means, it speaks volumes about your capacity to contribute positively in terms of deeds within a very less time frame. So whenever you use a fact to support the main idea, be very clear in mind what tone of approach you will take in the fact, because you see invigilator, general human nature, no, first quote untadi, he will expect, he or she will expect, suddenly she opened, no quote, there is some fact. But if you miss the direction in the fact, projection of your thought properly, then starting the morale will go down. So if you use only the fact as your introductory line, first line, then your elevation of thought should be a takeoff position. That you should understand. Okay, Uma, got it? Somebody was asking something. Nitish. Okay. I hope I have covered that in the discourse. Ante doubtful ga endukunna amma? You want to give a fact. తనలో ఒకటి తపన అన్నమాట. చెప్. Average world lifespan.
However, the performance or capacity of human being to live is decreasing because of the rising communicable, non-communicable.
Okay. So the higher part of the life will be lived in diseases. This is what you are trying to say. The longer part of the life would be lived in disease. Excellent. Excellent dimension. But you should be able to communicate it properly. That on one side, it may be a little contradiction tingling also, understand. On one side, we all are happy that the average lifespan of humans has increased, but we are failing to understand, and as per a report of WHO, this maximum lifespan of humans is now being lived in diseases, which is a grave cause of concern. So our immediate action should be to reorient ourselves to go towards a healthy lifestyle. So that is how you have to modulate your expressions in the introduction. Good, excellent. Anybody else? Uma.
Sir, India have more demographic dividend.
Yes.
So India will reach next few years 5 trillion income.
Fact, okay. But live in deeds, strive to live in deeds, not in years. Adakadundi.
Huh. In years India will reach 5 trillion economy.
What are you trying to tell? Your deed is economy?
Yes.
No. Philosophy, double level andu. Philosophy, I told you. Any other? Three Musketeers. Rupia.
Can we write about Anne Frank's story?
Can? Okay, Nanny Frank story. Yes. Madame Curie's story. You can very much write. See, understand. That's not a fact. It's a.
So it also has a fact that one book is written on her which brought out the atrocities that were conducted in that concentration camp.
Yes, you can. But try to bring out the elements of that very beautifully. Then that will be accepted. Acha, with me till now? So we have completed quote, we have completed question, we have completed definition, question or definition. We have not background రాలేదురా ఇంకా ఆగు కంప్లీట్ అవ్వలేదు. Contradiction, please make a note. Contradiction does not mean opposing, it has to just show the flip side of the coin without questioning the question itself. The idea is just to show the flip side of the coin, that's all. The idea is not to oppose the, just to show the flip side of the coin, that's all. So do not question the question itself. Uma Mahesh, is your first class on essay any time, or you have heard before also? You haven't heard of it. Okay. Done? Please, likho. Story, very important, most important part of today's lecture. What all a story should have convey. And I want you to tell me which is the most important thing. I will ask, then only you will tell the answer. And you have to give the reason also, why. In the story, what all should be there, and you have to give the reason why it should be there. The person sitting next to Yogeshwar, can I know his name? What's your name? Rajkumar. Raj. Which princely state? Huh? You belong to historical princely state? Which historical princely state you belong to? Huh? Where are you from? Vijayanagara Empire. Where are you? Entra miru. Akhila, listen to those videos. You will understand the today's context. Okay? Try to complete it by tomorrow. Okay? They are there in the YouTube otherwise. Acha. Who is ready with his or her answer? Which is the most important part of the story and why? Sir, why this is the cheptam, sir? Chey ettali, answer ivvaddu. Pallavi, she hasn't spoken today. Then Satyapriya. Pallavi.
Good narration, whatever it may be the story, but if you don't narrate it properly, then
Good narration. She says that whatever you choose well, but if you are not able to communicate it well, it loses its essence. Okay, good point. Taken. Satyapriya. Ray, champesara nenu. Any other answer? Badmash hai tum sab. Tanmay. She tries to give out of situation and experience more important. Situation. She wants to give importance to situation. What is the importance? Why situation is important? Okay. Response to a situation. Okay. She feels that response to a situation is important. So for her in the story, the character's response to a stimulus or a situation is very important. Okay. Surya. You haven't? I love you, Surya, for your confidence. నువ్వు అదే చెప్పబోయావా? జయంత్, సేమ్ ఆన్సర్ సార్. చెప్పమ్మా, పర్లేదు. వాట్ యూ ఫీల్ ఇస్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్? ఒరే ఎస్ఏ క్లాస్ని కామెడీ క్లాస్ చేస్తున్నారు మీరు, చెప్తున్నా. ఉండు. మెసేజ్. He feels message is important. Cinema flop అవుతుంది అంటావు. Message. He feels that message is important. Laya. Can you elaborate? You mean to say the character build up of a person? Can you give me an example? Strive to live in years, not in deeds. Character build up. Chep. Sir, why daaka agandi sir? Malli inka munduku elloddu sir. Okay, I'll talk about it. Don't worry. Yes. Narration. Somebody was there. Yogeshwar. Taratuma. He feels outcome is important. Example, say for example, I'll support your statement, allow me. For example, just an example, మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాను, just an example. Tanmay makes an effort for UPSC couple of years, 5 to 6 years. She put her all her efforts, but she could not succeed. Just an example. God willing, you will surely succeed. She could not succeed. Tell me, the outcome did not come as per her wish or the efforts. Many times it so happens, the outcome does not commensurate to your efforts. అంటే మనం ఎంత కష్టపడతామో అవుట్పుట్ అంత రాదు ఒక్కొక్కసారి. దేర్ కుడ్ బి వేరియస్ రీజన్స్. యూ విల్ ఫీల్ క్లాస్లో రిజల్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఓకే తన్మయ్కి సెకండ్ ర్యాంక్ వచ్చింది, ఆల్ ఇండియా సెకండ్ ర్యాంక్ అనగానే తన్మయ్య ఒక ఆన్సర్ కరెక్ట్ ఇవ్వలేదు క్లాస్లో. సార్ ఇక్కడ పొగిడినట్లేదు సార్, ఇక్కడ కూడా తిట్టినట్టే ఉంది. So understand, when is it the story outcome important or the effort important? Philosophically, reality oddu, efforts are important. Struggle, effort. Now Yogeshwar, I want you to tell what you had in your mind when you said outcome is very important. Now I withdraw from my statement, sir, after listening to the explanation. Is it so? Pawan, yeah. అడు యశ్ వెనక అసలు కనిపించట్లేదు నువ్వు. చెప్పు. Outcome is a reflection of your struggle. Simple. If she gets all India second rank, ఊరికే రాదు కదా. ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? పగళ్ళు రాత్రులు చేస్తే వస్తుంది, రాత్రులు పగలు చేస్తే వస్తుంది. Yes or no? If you work hard, only then you will get. Because you worked hard, still you did not get, does it mean your efforts were waste? No. Champesta. In the process, you would see, believe me, this is so beautiful examination. Even if you fail, you will be successful in life. Then rasista. I know my students, friends, my own people whose name was not in the final list, but based on the UPSC results, they got placed in much more better places than Masuri. What happens? Listen to this. What happens? The interview board that sits, no, they are highly influential and connected people. Listen to this. They are highly influential and connected people. If in interview Karthik impresses them, sir, 100 కోట్లు ఇస్తే 1000 కోట్లు ఇస్తా తిరిగి. Karthik impresses them, sir, if you give me 100 crores, అంటే వాడు రియాలిటీలో కనిపించకపోవచ్చు తీసుకున్నాక, బట్ చెప్తున్నా ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో వాట్ హ్యాపన్స్ ఈస్, ఫర్ సమ్ రీజన్స్ he could not make it in the final list. Believe me, he will get calls. Not from UPSC, not from government, but private institutions who are looking at people who could not make it in the final merit list. మెయిన్స్ తర్వాత ఇంటర్వ్యూకి 1:2, 2.5 మంది వెళ్తారు. ఒక 1000 సీట్లు ఉంటే 2500 మంది వెళ్తారు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? 1000 people are absorbed by UPSC. Agreed. 1500 people, they are also most suitable brains. If somebody has crossed mains and went to interview, ఏదో చిన్న తప్పు ఎక్కడో జరిగింది, దానివల్ల మెరిట్ లిస్ట్లో పేరు లేదు, but it means that they are also the most suitable brains. The private organizations look for that 1500 names because what they should have done for the selection, government has done free of cost. No? Simple logic ra. Simple logic. I am telling you, 2011, one of my person who was preparing with me, name not in the merit list, but interview topper of 2011 or 12, 12 anukunta, Arun sir, he was in CRPF, an officer of CRPF, 206, interview topper, name not in the merit list. 2011, he got an offer of 46 lakhs per annum. 2011's law, 46 lakhs per annum is a big package. He impressed the board like anything. Which he did not take, that's different story. But understand, here failure has become more success than see IAS పాస్ అయితే జీతం ఎంత వస్తుందో తెలుసుకుంటే బాగా ఏడుస్తారు. ఓకే, సో అండర్స్టాండ్ దాట్. సో వేర్ సక్సెస్ లైస్, at times even in failure also success lies. Uma, you are telling something. Good. I would also give my rating to this. Lessons and learnings. Very important. Why? Because, see, listen to this carefully. Anything going wrong, anywhere, this can take care of you if you have a positive attitude towards lesson or a learn. So understand to highlight in that situation what you have learnt. In the outcome, if you tell I became successful, don't just conclude by saying I became successful, I am happy. No. The thought or the belief that hard work can achieve anything got reinforced when I got a rank. It means I got a lesson for life that through hard work I can achieve anything. You remember the first paragraph I told all of you to write? Go back to that paragraph. First paragraph I dictated and I asked all of you to write and remember this and read this once in a day or once in 2-3 days. Please read out somebody loudly. Tanmay. Sir, a book ledu. Evaru. Who will read? Srinath. Unda? Pawan, read.
Through this essay, I am interacting with the invigilator. The purpose is to convey who I am to the invigilator, and I want to showcase that I am self-made man, responsible, responsive, reliable, well-mannered citizen of this country.
Got it? Got it? So understand why you are writing this essay, because you want to project yourself in a particular framework of personality. So if you write something on these lines, believe me, even if the result is negative, the outcome becomes positive because you leaned more towards the lesson or learning or the experience of it and not the outcome. Can anybody give a story to this effect? The outcome was negative but the learning was positive. Evaru cheptaru? Think. In the struggle purpose. Evaru cheptaru? Wait. Kon? Okay, tell the story.
See, actually, she belonged to a small town from Bihar.
Yes.
I did UPSC.
इन सबको डीमोटिवेट मत करते, ये सब भाग जाएंगे, कल क्लास में कोई नहीं आएगा. हाँ, somebody raised the hand. Pallavi raised, Pawan, both P. Okay, Pawan. Yes, philosophical dimension. ఓకే, వాడు గొడవ పడుతున్నాడు రా, ఆగండి రా. యా, I agree with him, he is right, both Karna and Bhishma. So understand, there is a lesson. See, your essay should be a combination of all: a philosophical dimension, a historical event, an epic, Mahabharata, Ramayana. Generally I suggest something from either of these two epics should be there. The spiritual content, not the religious inclination, only the spiritual part can be there. It should be there, not can be, it should be there. Pallavi, what you wanted to tell? Socrates, PSIR student. Bolo.
Even though everyone said that he is translating the people and he was articulated to write, but at last with his students and other things, the lessons which he gave,
Keep talking.
the lessons which he gave, he has to further for his students and
This is what he told. This is what he told. This is what he told the world. We talk about reality, no? He told, I know nothing. He was killed for this. Because he questioned some dimensions which were present in the society at the time. So this similar kind of sedition law was applied to him and he was poisoned to death. And one of his teachings, he said that I know nothing. Can any person who is highly learned, have you come across somebody, even Jaishankar and all, they say we know nothing. It means there is so much to, it does not mean literal, it is a metaphor. It is used as a metaphor to tell that there is so much to learn. It literally does not mean they are fools, no. It means that they accept that whatever they know is just a drop in the ocean. So one lifespan is not enough to know everything. We all agree, yes or no? So there is a philosophical dimension to it. So try to make an effort like that. Good one. Good, Pallavi. Have you noted all of you? Chalo, next. Some stories I have written. You can also write. This I have explained to you in the class yesterday. Yeah, now we enter the middle part of our introduction. I had targeted 3 days for introduction. I think I will be able to do some justice or go closer to the. See, introduction is the most difficult part. Believe me, in the entire teaching of essay, two dimensions are very difficult. Introduction and conclusion. बीच में रामायण है. बीच में रामायण है. I'll tell you, there are so many things to talk about the body also, but introduction is very important. When you go to see a girl or a boy, introduction is very important. Yes or no? If you go to see a boy, Sahiti, you go to see a boy, the boy does not come to see you, you go to see a boy. What is the question you will ask him other than your name? Pawan, what will you ask? Sir, Akrant, chance less, sir. Evaru cheptaru? Manisha, what will you ask the boy? పెళ్లి చూపులతో భోజనాలు ఉన్నాయా లేవని అడుగుతాడు. I am for a reason asking a girl only this question. What will you ask a boy? ఒరే నిన్ను అడగలేదు, అమ్మాయిని అడుగుతున్నాడు. మోనికా లాస్ట్ దట్ ఛాన్స్. బోలో, వాట్ విల్ యూ ఆస్క్? భావన, golden chance, no? Ask a question. Bindu, what will you ask? అది వచ్చేసి ఉంటుంది కదా స్టార్టింగ్ లో. టేస్ట్ ఆఫ్ మ్యూజిక్. సత్యప్రియ, ఎందుకు అంత నవ్వుతున్నావు? ఎందుకంత ఎక్సైటెడ్ గా ఉన్నావు? ఆ ఎక్సైటెడ్ అంతా పోతుంది రా, ఆగు కొంచెం. టేస్ట్ ఆఫ్ మ్యూజిక్. Acha, if you get a complete negative response, నాకు అసలు మ్యూజిక్ పిచ్చి అంత పిచ్చి అంటే, then will that be a ground of rejection? No. Then what is the use of asking question? Any girl can answer the question. What will be your question and why? Akhila, what will you ask? అరే రే నువ్వు ఆగరా, అమ్మాయిని చెప్పని. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ టేకింగ్ 2 minutes బ్రేక్. ఉమశ్రీ వాంట్స్ టు టెల్ సంథింగ్. రే మీ ఇద్దరు మాట్లాడితే కొడతా. ఉమశ్రీ, ఓకే, హిజ్ ఒపీనియన్ ఆన్ అవర్ రిలేషన్షిప్. ఓకే, వాడు ఎథిక్స్ క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అయితే బాగానే మాట్లాడతాడు. You cannot. We are very good at it. Believe me. You cannot. I can vouch for these idiots. You cannot.
Sir, I will ask or
अच्छा अभी इसको याद आया. बोल.
is he really
నేను లేచి వెళ్ళిపోతాను రా, నేనైతే మాటకు లేచి వెళ్ళిపోతా. You're sounding feminine, you're sounding feminist. The sounding, you may not be. Why should I take care of you? You should, I mean, you means me means boy. Why you should not take care of the boy? Sorry, pencil cancel sir. Huh? Huh? You have not spoken. Bol. Acha, you are a boy. Chal. Diya, Swati, what will you ask?
What are you doing?
నేనైతే వేస్టింగ్ టైం అని చెప్తా. సంధ్య, వెదర్ ప్రాక్టికల్ క్వశ్చన్. వంట వచ్చా? నాకు రాదు స్వామి. వచ్చు అనగానే ఎస్, వాడికి రాదేమో.
Vegetarian or non-vegetarian?
Any philosophical question? Nitish, what will you ask to a girl? Subject లో knowledge లేదు సార్. Laya, I am looking for something related to this. You are trying to build a background, no? In a relationship. Bolo. Harita.
What are your expectations regarding?
Expectations regarding the relationship or you as a person? అంటే వంట అలా చెప్పేసి ఇప్పుడే రాసుకుందాం, మార్నింగ్ నువ్వు, ఈవినింగ్ నేను, మధ్యాహ్నం నీ సావు నువ్వు సావు, నా సావు నేను చేస్తా, సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. లాస్య, why so this thing? Pujita. Sir, I'll ask my friend what to ask. Why so? How do you judge a boy in 5 minutes? Acha, if I say 10, is it a positive sign or a negative sign? Let the girls answer, no? If you raised a question, as a boy he said 10. Now tell me, is it a positive answer or negative answer? Ropia. Let's say you are not into all this. Why?
Sir, it can't be judged.
Good. I want this person. कितना interact कर रहे हो ना? Good. Pallavi.
What is your happiest moment as well as saddest moment?
Hitting the nail on its head. Hitting the nail on its head. You can ask. బాబు పెళ్లి చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారా? పెళ్లి చేసుకోవాలనుకున్నప్పుడు మీరు ఎప్పుడు లాస్ట్ హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నారు, ఎప్పుడు లాస్ట్ బాధపడ్డారు, ఎందుకు బాధపడ్డారు అని అడిగితే, వాట్ సిచ్యువేషన్ మేడ్ యూ ఫీల్ హ్యాపీ, ఇట్ విల్ షో కేస్ వాట్ గివ్స్ యూ హ్యాపీనెస్ ఆర్ ప్లెజర్. అరే కాఫీ షాప్ పెట్టుకోరా పెళ్లి చూపులు కాకపోతే, ఏముంది అందులో? బట్ వెరీ ఇన్ డెప్త్ క్వశ్చన్ దట్ షీ హ్యాస్ asked. Believe me, listen, 1 second, let me complete. If the boy is not prepared, he will hesitate to answer. Believe me, generally as boys we are taught that చిన్న పిల్లలు ఏడుస్తున్నాడు, అబ్బాయి ఏడుస్తున్నాడు, ఏంట్రా అమ్మాయిలా ఏడుస్తున్నావు అంట. Yes or no? It means as boys from young age we are taught not to cry, because crying is showcased as a quality of weak. I am trying to make a message. Understand this. So the moment if you have cried, if you are a boy and if you have that boy ego or machoism, you will not disclose even if you have cried, because the idea that crying is not a boyish thing superimposes your feeling when you cried the last. And if a boy says I have not cried ever, it means he is a stone hearted guy like Seshu. And believe me, you can outrightly reject that person. why I am making this statement is, a boy or a man, not a boy, chalo in this case a man, if he feels that crying is weakness, it means he did not undergo the pain of missing something or understand the pain of some situation that he has gone through. ठीक है, understand this, very important. हाँ, Rupiah, you are telling something.
Sir, you had told this answer before I heard. That's what I was telling.
अरे, so good. चलो, good. अभी आ जाओ, background. Please write the word background. Now we come to one important dimension. Next 20 minutes we'll talk about background and then we'll close today's class. ठीक है? Tomorrow also you have a class at 6:30. हाँ जीवन, you wanted to ask the question to the girl? No, we are out of that situation. Yes, please. While using story as a hook,
How learning is different from experience?
हाँ. See, learning can be temporary, experience can be long lasting. Learning can be technical, experience will be philosophical. Understand this. There is a difference. Learning is more technical, more process oriented, but experience is more philosophical oriented. That's why when I am using the word learning, I am also using the word lesson, and this lesson I will combine with the experience per se. Chinna difference undi. Both are same, but one is short lived, more technical in its perspective, the other is emotional in its perspective. Experience is more, right? Experience is always more. Okay? Yeah. Coming to background, providing background information in the introduction of an essay serves as a bridge that links the invigilator to the essay that is to follow. Please make a note, very important. I told you, background in a way becomes the heart of the essay. Background becomes the heart of the essay because the invigilator will come to know what is going to come in the main body of the essay. Okay? Don't worry what to write in the background and all, I will teach you. Just today we will talk about why background, what is the importance of background, what is the position of background in the essay that we write. Are you with me? Okay. Written. Background information in your introduction should indicate the root of the problem being discussed, problem or the message that is being discussed, its scope, previous efforts if any, noting where gaps exist that your essay attempts to address. Very, very important, this part. What your essay is trying to make an effort to address. Please make a note. Likho as it is. So, by giving the background, you are primarily trying to tell him what point I am trying to prove in this particular essay. So, background in your introduction should indicate the root of the problem being discussed. Acha, for the strive to live in deeds not in years essay, what could be a good background? Anybody? And I told you, though I did not come to that, but a background could be any of these. Background could be any of these. Just for your glimpse, make a note. Don't write in papers, those papers over a period of time. You will use it for samosa and tea party and I will feel offended. Have a book for an essay also. I hope it is an essay book. और दूसरे बुक को उल्टा करके लिख रहे हो, Uma, Mahesh, tell what can be a good background to the topic of the essay. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. After this, we will talk about some dimensions. Let me just think how you think, then we will talk about it. What can be a good background? Think. Historical fact, anything. If anybody is ready, they can raise their hand. I see Sai Sheshu's hand up. Okay, yeah, Sai.
Recent, after 1971 order, clearly stating that the media community has recently conferred SC status because of the struggle from 1971.
Main demand of the essay. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. For this essay, I want you to give a good background. Anyone? Forget Chandrayaan 3. साला सब उस पे commercially. The country has celebrated more than the scientists. వాడికి అర్థం కాలేదు నిజంగా ఇంత పెద్ద అచీవ్మెంట్ ఇది. వీఆర్ గుడ్ ఎట్ మార్కెటింగ్. మోదీ గుజరాతీ he can sell anything. ठीक है. हाँ भावना. Connect with the nations. So you give me the background completely. It should be the extension of your. Hello, याद है हमने background का बात किया था. Initially we spoke about background, no? Today when we started our lecture, initially itself we spoke about the background and I told you how background is important. We will come to all these slides, don't worry. Remember this slide? I told you background is basically the outline of the essay which while the detailing will come in the main body. So we said background is, so outline is nothing but the extension of detailing. Now give me a background. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. Hi Yash. Again story. In the list of items in the background, story was there. A historical fact can be told as a story. Okay.
I want to take example of Japan.
Okay.
Being destroyed of 2 atomic bomb also, it became the most developed and advanced.
Strive to live in deeds and not in years. Okay.
Within a less time, like just a span of 30 years. Huge development.
Okay, she is saying, I will use the example of Japan's rise after the devastation in World War II. Japan example. Seshu. I'll come to you. Don't tell the invigilator that your essay is an extension of GS. Any message, fact that throws light on your GS कि मैंने ये पढ़ा है should not be written. Japan's का okay, ठीक है, understood. General knowledge. Anything that reinforces your GS should not find a place in philosophical essay. Uma Shri, we'll come back to you. Wait.
We can bring out the outline of essay here. So first talking about time, then how productivity is needed in science.
So she has carved out 2 dimensions, time and. Give me an example. Now the real essay has started. Now the real essay has started. Elon Musk statement.
I mean, I don't know the exact fact, but whatever he has achieved for making the private rockets and also the reusable rockets, and how he has established the economy of this whole organization in less time with more productivity, which gives them understanding the importance of struggle.
Everything is there. Add this value. थोड़ा it sounds more economic. समझ रहे हो? That's why I'm saying थोड़ा philosophy dimension add करो. हाँ.
I wanted to tell you was based on this time and productivity, but
हाँ.
in biography of Abdul Kalam, he faces a crash in the helicopter which he was sitting.
हाँ.
After coming out live, he thinks that he spent so much time before this, but what was his contribution?
Okay.
After that, he charts out what he wants to actually do.
So in this case, an incident, it happens, no? Generally, one of the parent is very hard to handle. Generally, just an example, one of the parent is very hard to handle. Some incident happens and he softens up suddenly. He or she, it could be he or she. He or she softens up suddenly and you can't take it. Yes or no? Yes or no? It means even an incident can change the approach towards life. I told you philosophy is all about, at the end of the day, knowing our own self. So the entire approach towards life, I have given you a hint. Now tell, approach towards life. Jeevan. Okay.
He never let it fruitful.
But his productivity
Is so high.
so high. He did not live
Never let it
fruitful life. Okay. He never led a fruitful life. But his productivity was very high. How are you connecting? Background. Stories you are giving in background. I told you background में क्या होना चाहिए? What all can be in a background? Anybody else? Achha, why is he talking about definition in the background? In this essay, strive to live in deeds, not in years. What definition can you use in the background? Sudha. What definition can you use? Definition. Defining meaningful life is what he says. Meaningful life. Can I go ahead from here? Defining the meaningful life. Now, I also told you your outline, that is your background, is just an extension of your main body. So this meaningful life can be a very good extension of your main body. Now tell me, when you talk about meaningful life, what all can it encompass? What all can it encompass? What all can it be there in a meaningful life? रुक जाओ रे. Health can be one dimension. Good. Family can be one dimension, meaningful life. I am sure you all will forget one thing. wealth. अच्छा अरे जस्ट टू पुल योर लेग ऐसा मत देख. ओके गुड. वेल्थ से वेल बीइंग लिखो. सी ऐसा कुछ मत लिखो. गो बैक टू द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ. ऐसा कुछ मत लिखो जहां से उसको लगे इसको पैसे में इंटरेस्ट है. जब कलेक्टर बनेगा 200 करोड़ का चेक पे साइन करेगा, तुम बोलेगा 10% आएगा तभी साइन करूंगा. हाँ एक्सप्लेन. PSIR స్టూడెంట్. अच्छा ఒక్క నిమిషం. అరిస్టాటిల్ ఎవరు? ఎవరు? वुमेन. हाँ बोल. हाँ बोल बोल कोई बात. One more advice I will give you. Please listen carefully. Your essay should not disclose what is your optional. Your GS should never disclose what is your optional. If it discloses what is your optional, he will expect a perfect answer from you. So that's why it is very beautifully different to write a GS answer and an optional answer. ठीक है? Even if you write about Aristotle, Plato, Socrates or whosoever it may be, try to give a layman's perspective. Do not use any technical word that would be known to you because you are a PSIR student. Never use the word of idea, of ideal king, all those things don't use. Try to.
Whose disciple అని అడుగుతున్నారా? అంటే ఎలా అడుగుతున్నారు ప్రశ్న?
చెప్తా అలాగే కదా జస్ట్ రిలేషన్. रिलेशंस लिख के छोड़ दूंगा. हाँ व्हाट. हाँ who was that? Emotion. Jayant, can you elaborate? Wait. Can you elaborate? Emotion. అంటే emotion in what sense? See, obviously, would you like to be with a person who is emotional or non-emotional? Middle path, sir. Buddha too much emotional పనికిరాదు సార్. లేకపోతే నల్లు కారుతానే ఉంటుంది సార్. తట్టుకోలేను సార్. Balanced. Can I say balanced emotions? Can I say balanced emotions? Won't say satisfaction? Can you be specific? Satisfaction? Agra? Huh?
Not being much desirable.
Self-content, that's what you are trying to say. Contentment. You are happy what you have? What you have? Contentment. तुम्हारा पूरा ऐसे बिल्ड हो जाएगा इसके ऊपर. देखिए अभी कौन था? हाँ एनालिटिकल स्किल्स. ये सीसैट में वीक है ना? Because he is weak in CSATs, for him analytical skill brings meaningfulness to life. May not be analytical skills. It may add value to who you are, but may not bring meaningfulness to your life. Huh? Awareness. Can you be specific? Wait. Equilibrium state of. Okay. Your background, educational background. MBA. Which year you passed out? Last year only. Before last year, when did you read Hindu paper? స్కూల్లో హిందూ పేపర్ చదివావు. వాడు తిరిగి చూస్తున్నాడు. అబద్ధం చెప్తే అతికినట్టు ఉండాలి సార్ అని చెప్పి వాడు తిరిగి చూశాడు. అంతేనా శేషు? Honest. Because your dad is in services. Okay, okay. So he says, can I say self-aware guy? Self-awareness, though it was supposed to be the last point, but I am trying to bring it because he spoke here. So that's why I am writing it here. Self-awareness. I am just trying to tell you how just using one word I am constructing my background. From there I will take you to the main body, how you can take out dimensions from here and write. Chep. Positive attitude will bring meaningfulness to the life. Okay, positive attitude. I will write like this. Positive nature लिखूंगा attitude की जगह. I'll just write nature. Positive nature. मतलब being positive. There are some people who are always negative. They keep cribbing. क्या बेटा? స్పిరిచువల్ बोल देते हैं, नॉलेज के बोल స్పిరిచువల్. ఇవన్నీ లేవు మనలో. కార్తీక్ చెప్తున్నాడు సార్ ఇవన్నీ లేవు నాలో. పూజిత కంప్లీట్ ఎస్ పెట్టేస్తే ఇంకన్నీ. రిలేషన్ విత్ యువర్ డాగ్, విత్ యువర్ నైబర్, విత్ యువర్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్, యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, యువర్ కాలేజ్ మేట్స్, హాస్టల్ మేట్స్. Cultural affinity? No. Yogeshwar.
Sir, as every human being is brought up with certain stereotypes, subjecting oneself to change and moving away from those stereotypes will bring
Beautiful. Believe me, most of us don't have, including me. I am including myself. Maybe you have that courage, but I don't have the courage to change. I'm very stubborn. ఇండిపెండెంట్. రోజు పడుతున్నాయి అక్షింతలు. యష్. మీనింగ్ఫుల్నెస్, ఇండిపెండెన్స్. ఓకే, విల్ సి. మోనికా. వెయిట్, మోనికా ఉండరా? మోనికా. మీనింగ్ఫుల్నెస్ టు లైఫ్. I told none of you will tell that. Uma. Okay, to great extent. ఏంట్రా లీవింగ్ మెటీరియలిస్టిక్ వరల్డ్ అంటే చనిపోవడవరా? ఏంటి సోలా? మరి అందరిని ఎందుకు కౌంట్ చేస్తున్నావు నువ్వు? మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ అస్ అని చెప్పు. సొసైటీని ఏదో చెప్తుంది అమ్మాయి. మీనింగ్ఫుల్నెస్ టు లైఫ్. Somebody said knowledge. Who was that? Pallavi. Good point. Good point. Return on investment. Okay. Okay. What do you call that? What you got from the society, we want to give it back. Gratitude. Excellent. Gratitude. Good. Can I tell you one word which I told all of you will miss? Rather two words. Hey, chal raha. He may bring, see, teacher may bring, matlab inject that meaningfulness in you in life, but it is you who will carry it forward. If you do not have the capability, even if I inject every day in the morning, chadura lev, you do not have that intent. Gaya. You gaya.
Learning from mistakes.
Compassion, passion and compassion. Okay, good. Undara. living close to the थोड़ा कंट्रोवर्शियल हो जाएगा आइडियोलॉजी, अवॉइड कंट्रोवर्सी, थोड़ा कंट्रोवर्शियल हो जाएगा. नीतीश, आई वांट यू टू गिव अ वर्ड. मीनिंगफुलनेस टू लाइफ.
must be followed to achieve moksha, which is the main purpose of being.
Okay, he says liberation. One word, he is talking about liberation. Okay. I'll give two words. I'll give two words. It is not that love that you are thinking. Freedom and love. See, believe me, almost all of us lack this in some or the other way. There would be a somebody who would be controlling you. It could be a person, it could be a group of people, society at large. Some self-control also. But again, the self-control is coming through society only. Vale anukuntaru, veele important. I'm not denying that fact. It's not important. But if you do not have the freedom to do what you want to do, you will never find meaningfulness to your life. Understand this. At very early age, you have to decide what you want and fight for it, because that will give you freedom. He is talking about penultimate liberation. What Nitish said is penultimate liberation. But what I am saying is liberation from the external control mechanism. Generally. Why? Because this society, I am giving you fodder for your main body. This society has a different set of rule for a boy and for a girl. Yes or no? Now, try to connect your deeds and time to achieve. See, why your Mahatma Gandhi is your father of the nation, so called, or role model for many, because he tried to get you, or he got you freedom. The freedom to self-rule as a nation, also self-rule as a individual. We control, at the end of the day, we control knowingly or unknowingly. We control, believe me. We may say that I am the most accommodative person, but no, at the end of the day, directly or indirectly, we control the other person in our life. So, if you understand the value of freedom, then definitely that will bring meaningfulness in life. And believe me, that meaningfulness will only strive to spread love. Thick? Huh? Yes. Everything is subjective. Yesterday I told, no? It is all absolute truth. Is it absolute truth? No. The truth is always relative. But there are certain universally acceptable dimensions of meaningness to life. Tolerant, nobody can. But after a point, no. If you are tolerant beyond a point, then you are weak. Yes or no? So you have to understand, everything after a point of time can be debated. Non-violence, but somebody is committing violence against you over and over and over and again. If you still say I am non-violent, then you are weak. That's the reason why your nuclear explosion code word 1974 was Buddha smiling. Why it was Buddha smiling? Huh, Asha? Why it was Buddha smiling? Nuclear bomb फोड़ दिया और बोलो Buddha smiling. Why? I told this in my class, I think. You made a nuclear explosion. Buddha is non-violent, no? Ahimsa marg, right? Hello. Then why that you exploded a nuclear bomb and बिचारा बुद्धा का नाम डाल दिया? the story of Vaishali and Magadha? Your Buddha is from Lumbini, Vaishali? Yes or no? So what happened is in Vaishali or Lumbini, where this fellow was there was so much of democracy that a person going on the road can also decide what should be the rule. So this created a chaotic situation, and this particular area was under regular attacks from the neighboring. So then when this was the case, he said no, there has to be some certain rules, there has to be capacity to fight back if somebody attacks you. So when in 1964 China became nuclear, for 10 years Buddha was angry because India as a nation did not develop the capacity to fight back a nuclear neighbor. So that when 1974 we became nuclear, finally we said now Buddha is smiling because I also have developed the capacity to fight back. इतना दिमाग लगता है, ऐसे नहीं कोड नेम लगा देते. So understand the meaningfulness. You tell me, is developing a nuclear bomb positive dimension? No, but it brought meaningfulness to our existence because our neighbor does not believe in non-violence. He believes in some dimensions, expansionism or violence, right? So understand, at times even being negative can bring positiveness or meaningfulness to your life. So these dimensions you need to bring in your essay related to this topic. So understand what is the essence of this line. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. It is basically, as Jeevan said, trying to bring meaningfulness to life. Now tell me, can meaningfulness to life be common across everybody? No. It means it is subject to, from person to person it differs. From person to person it differs. From male to female it differs. Geographical locations it differs. Situations it differs. Yes or no? So understand what will bring meaningfulness to you. When you look at lifespan of an individual, we generally say Vandelu Bratku Anantaru. Yes or no? But as he said, WHO is telling 35 కే నీకు షుగర్ వస్తుంది, బీపీ వస్తుంది అంటే 65 years షుగర్ బీపీతో బతకాలా? Is it adding meaningfulness to life? No. So understand what should add meaningfulness to your life. Your entire essay should be running around or hovering around this dimension of meaningfulness to life. That we will cover in tomorrow's class. One slide I want you to make a note. Write, I mean to say. Write this. Fast. This box is very important. Background information provides the reader with the essential context needed to understand the essay. In this scenario, meaningfulness to life became the essential context. ठीक है? अरे समझ में आ रहा है? सरे way of life. They were all farmers. Way of life. They were all farmers. పొద్దున్న సాయంత్రం దాకా ఎండలో పని చేసేవాళ్ళు. మజిల్స్ ఆర్ స్ట్రాంగ్. పని చేస్తే నొప్పులు వస్తాయని ఎవరన్నారు? అది నీకు వస్తున్నాయి బికాజ్ యు ఆర్ జెనెటికలీ వీక్. ఓవర్ ఎ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ ది ఎవల్యూషన్ యు ఆర్ బికమింగ్ వీకర్ అండ్ వీకర్ అండ్ వీకర్ అండ్ వీకర్. నో? Anybody having any doubts, they can ask. Our philosophical essay should hover around the cultural, the philosophical and the social dimensions. Okay? And very, very important. Basically we try to give the philosophical dimensions. మొత్తం ఎస్సే అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్గా మాట్లాడాలి. నితీష్ మొత్తం ఎస్సే అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్గా మాట్లాడాలి. So today I'll give you a homework, a topic where everybody will write up to thesis statement. The hook, which could be a quote, could be a story, could be a contradiction, could be a question. These four. A background, which could be any of these definitions, historical facts, current events and all, and also lastly the thesis statement. ठीक है, please make a note of the essay, make a note of the essay. Shall I dictate the essay? You have done? Right? The top of one mountain, the top of one mountain, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. The top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. ठीक है, I want you to write proper introduction till thesis statement, which will have a hook, which will have a background, which will also have a thesis statement. So the entire introduction can be in 2 pages, one and back, front and back, 2 statements, take 2 pages. Don't try to copy. Everybody will submit it tomorrow before the beginning of the class. Before the beginning of the class, everybody will try to write. ठीक है, no copying is allowed. ठीक है, no copying is allowed. Believe me, the person from whom you are trying to copy is much worse than you. ठीक है, any doubts? Please ask. Nitish, हाँ जीवन. Previous slide, you want to note down something. कल बात करते हैं. I'll talk. It is not over. I just wanted to, so that you can write your background. इसलिए बोला. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Sandhya? No? Chalo. Thank you very much.